What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are talking about Kathleen Kennedy. Before we get started, my power just came back on. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning right now. We lost power here in Pensacola due to the tropical storm Gordon, and here in Florida, and so that happened. The High Council was ended early. I apologize, but I will make sure that I get those super chats read to you guys. I appreciate the support. We all do, so thank you so much. And let's get right into it. So Kathleen Kennedy, it's September. Now, if you've been following a lot of the Star Wars news, you know that Kathleen Kennedy has been rumored. It's been rumored that she will step down in September. We are now early into September. What is going to happen? Is anything going to happen? Well, obviously, I don't know the answer to that question, so I'm only going to speculate as to what I think will happen, and I'm going to talk about why I came to that conclusion. So, if you go all the way back to March of this year, I made a video where I was talking about Kathleen Kennedy and how terrible of a CEO that she is, or a president, whatever you want to call her. She leads the company of Lucasfilm, and she is awful. She is all-time terrible. And in March, I made a video talking about she hasn't said a word publicly. She's done no interviews. She's not talking about the creative direction. She's not talking about any of the projects. She's done nothing, and this was in March. She went silent after The Last Jedi came out. Now, we have heard from her exactly one time in a public setting as far as an interview goes, and that was on the red carpet of Solo, the premiere. She had a cringe-worthy small little interview for like a minute and a half. That's it. She's done no sit-down interviews. She's done nothing like that. She's made a few statements, like when Jon Favreau was brought on. Outside of that, nothing. Nothing. The woman is gone. She's completely AWOL. You had the amazing Clone Wars announcement, nowhere to be found. She's not talking about anything. Now, what does that mean? That, to me, means that she is no longer in power. Now, maybe she's still employed. Maybe she's still there as a figurehead almost. But in my opinion, she's not in charge anymore. Now, I just don't see how you can lead a company like this and have... And again, we go back. We have to look at how she's acted the entire time she's been the president of Lucasfilm. She's always been out front, in front of the cameras, doing interviews, being the cheerleader, being the hype person. She's been there showing off her Star Wars shirt, talking about, the perception that little girls couldn't, relate to Luke Skywalker and all that crap. She's been in the forefront of Star Wars Celebration. She was in the marketing for The Last Jedi. She was involved with the marketing for Rogue One. She was in the marketing for The Force Awakens. And then as soon as The Last Jedi happened and really upset a large, overwhelming majority, it seems like, or I won't say overwhelming majority, a large part of the fan base. Maybe not the overwhelming majority, because that would be a lot, but definitely the majority of the fan base. Ever since then, she's nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Now, where we are is in September. All of these rumors are pointed to September. So, I believe she is gone. Not officially, but she is gone. She knows she's gone. But they are trying to figure out the best way to make this happen from a PR standpoint. Disney doesn't want to be firing a whammon. Because the moment they fire a whammon, everybody's going to start throwing all of the box office numbers for all of the Star Wars movies out there that's happened under her banner, and they're going to make it out like Disney's being a sexist organization. Never mind that those movies would have made that money regardless. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Nobody went to see The Force Awakens because of Kathleen Kennedy. Nobody. Nobody went to see Rogue One because of Kathleen Kennedy. Nobody went to see The Last Jedi because of Kathleen Kennedy. 0 people sat there and said, I'm on the fence about this Force Awakens movie, but I hear Kathleen Kennedy is involved from a producer standpoint. I'm going to go check it out this weekend, honey. What do you think? That conversation never happened. So those movies were going to be profitable. But what has happened is she has taken Star Wars from its most popular state with The Force Awakens. We all loved it, and I know there's a few of you that are going to tell me that you weren't excited for it prior. Well, I was, and a lot of people were clearly, and it made $2 billion, And it had strong word of mouth. Everything worked about this movie in terms of the marketing, everything. And it had the best opening weekend ever until the Avengers took that. And after that, it's just been we expected it to kind of go down from that point. There's no doubt about it. You're not going to hit that level of popularity and continue to maintain it. That's just impossible, because that's the biggest thing I've seen. So you had to expect it to slowly kind of, trickle back down, and it did. Rogue One did over $1 billion. Last Jedi did fine. It did a strong opening weekend, very strong opening weekend, like $220 million. But then after that, 67% drop in second week versus the 39% for The Force Awakens in the second week. That tells you all you need to know about The Last Jedi. So I think she's gone because if anybody that's looking at this objectively can understand why she's gone. But from a PR standpoint, they're scared to death. They are scared to death to just publicly state that they have released a powerful female in the film industry. They're terrified. They don't know what to do. This is what happens when you virtue signal. This is what happens when you pander to this crowd. Now they're coming for you, Disney. As soon as you announce you fire a whammon, they're coming for you. Oh no, but they didn't mind coming for the decision maker that hired Jon Favreau and announced it on International Women's Day. Oh, that was a woman. But you were mad because a woman did her job on International Women's Day. The hypocrisy of these people is out of control. So a lot of people are speculating that it's going to be Dave Filoni that's going to take over for her. I have kind of dialed that back. I don't think he's going to be the head of the studio. I don't think Disney is going to, with everything that's happened with Star Wars since Kathleen Kennedy took over and now the position it's in, I don't think Disney is going to just hand this entire studio over to Dave Filoni, someone that's never produced a live-action movie, never directed a live-action movie, never really been involved creatively, but clearly he definitely needs to be the lead creative, head of creative, whatever title you want to call that. He definitely needs to be in that position. There's no doubt about it. So, moving forward, my bet is we probably won't hear anything this month. I think Disney's going to continue to try and avoid a big PR disaster. But I don't think she is officially in power anymore. I think she is a figurehead at this point just to protect them from the PR nightmare that they know they are facing, and they're trying to figure something out. Ultimately, it will probably come down to Kathleen Kennedy announcing that she is retiring, or she's moving on to different projects. Kathleen successfully relaunched the Star Wars franchise in 2015, and Kathleen oversaw $1 billion with Rogue One and oversaw $1.3 billion with The Last Jedi. They're going to hype her up and try to send her out riding off onto the sunset. Common sense people are going to know better, but that's probably how they're going to try to do it and try to spin it to avoid being, being called sexist for firing a woman. That would be my guess. So, now to who's to replace her? Again, I don't think it's going to be Filoni. I think they're probably going to give Filoni creative power, but they're probably going to find someone that can just step in that role and not be in the forefront for the media. Dave Filoni will be the face of Lucasfilm, but they're probably going to find someone that's ran a studio prior or has experience running big budget movies or something like that, live action, and have that person be the president behind the scenes. Dave Filoni will be the face of Lucasfilm moving forward. Those are my predictions. I hope I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But that also says if Kathleen's gone, Rian Johnson's trilogy doesn't happen. But we'll talk about that in another video. So anyway, thank you guys for checking out this video. You guys have a great day. I'm going to be giving away this SNES Classic this week on a live stream. I will let you guys know. I will make an announcement. So stay tuned for that. And other than that, apologize for the stream crashing last night when my power went out, but we will be back next Tuesday and ready to kick some ass. So, all right, you guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.